Thank you for checking out my YouTube video. And right now, this is Junction. This is Delray. This is where they're actually building the Gordie Howe International Bridge. They tore down a lot of these houses in this neighborhood. But I'm going to take you on a ride through here. This is West Jefferson. But it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen with this neighborhood, because with this bridge coming and the other buildings that they're building associated with the bridge, there's going to be a lot of jobs, and those people are going to probably want to live somewhere around here. See, if you look on the right where you see those cranes, I believe those are going to be the customs buildings. See how it's like purple, lavender color over there? That's all the whole building right over there. And I believe that's where the customs is going to be. Then you have historic Fort Wayne over here. That's a really interesting to see that if you have an opportunity to go to historic Fort Wayne. It's not open that much, but when it is, if you can get in there, I think it was $5 just for me to get in there, and a lot of potholes. And you see a lot of the history of Detroit. Here, I'll actually slow down with my camera. There's nobody behind me. But that's all historic Fort Wayne over there. I'm gonna bring the camera more. But there is nobody behind me, I'm glad too. But yeah, check that out if you get the opportunity. There's road construction everywhere in Detroit. You'll be able to see some of the bridge soon. Actually, let me slow down for a minute. I might be able to drive down the street and do a loop. Okay. But you see, you can see right there, that's the Canada side. Yeah. Okay, you will be able to see more. I'll be able to adjust the camera too. But see, that's that big thing that you see? That's the American side of the bridge. Oh, I can't go down there, but I can go down here. I'll zoom out. See, that's the American side of the bridge being built, and you can see that ramp right there. And then you can kind of see the edge. See that thing that's like a V, like a backwards V? That's the Canada side, and this is the American side. And you can see there's a lot of construction being associated with that, and that's Canada over there, obviously. I'm actually very glad that I got some of that video for you guys to see. And in the future, you know, it'll be interesting to see the whole thing. And I guess you're supposed to be able to walk. I guess they're gonna have a biking lane and a walking lane. So you'll be able to park over here and walk or bike to Canada, or be in Canada and do the same over there. That's gonna be really interesting. And like this right here is West Jefferson. Even holding the camera, there's just a lot of potholes. But I'll take a little bit of a drive in the neighborhood where there's houses. See, this whole neighborhood to the right of me, they used to have a lot of houses, and it was a regular neighborhood, and it was pretty bad. You know, there was a lot of burned down buildings, and those needed to go. And but they ended up tearing down a lot of the neighborhood, and a lot of those people that lived there, the city gave them money, and they went to other parts of Detroit. I know they actually built a senior center, I think, for the senior center, for the senior citizens that couldn't find a place to live. But that at one time, I forget what that was. But this whole area at one time had a lot of Hungarian people, Hungarian and I believe Polish people. This is Dearborn right here. This is like the street in Delray that really just still has people on it. I'll take you through one of the neighborhoods. So this is near Dearborn and 75. Right there is an abandoned church. Kind of want to explore it. This will probably be like a 9-minute video. I'm just gonna take you, I'm gonna make a left, I'll just take you, it's a one-way, take you through a little bit of the neighborhood. I got these big speed humps. I actually don't know anybody in this part of Detroit, but I will say this though, that a lot of people tell me that it is kind of dangerous here. But in general, in my journeys through Detroit, I've never really had a problem. You know, I feel if you just use some common sense and you just mind your own business. You know, I've done Lyft in Detroit, I've done sales, photo sales in Detroit, I've explored abandoned buildings in Detroit, and you know, I always just keep an eye out. You know, honestly, I tell people that I'm more afraid of the stray dogs in Detroit than the people, because the people I can reason with, but the dogs, you really can't, and that's the way I feel. So it's all about how you act, and that's how I feel really about Detroit. There's a lot of good things about the city. May not be like the prettiest city compared to, like, you know, Miami or Vegas or some of these other cities, but it's also a lot more affordable here. The roads are terrible though in some areas. So like right up ahead, like where you see that church is Dearborn Avenue. I really should explore that church. But I'm gonna end this video in about a minute. If you like it, give me a like, and if you have any questions, feel free to just leave it in the comments. And feel free to check out some of my other videos. So 75 South Toledo. I've seen that guy walking around a lot. I'm gonna end it right here, and let me know what you think in the comments below.